Right, hello and good morning. Richard Gao here. So today I want to talk about your potential, right? My potential, your potential, everyone's potential. I think one of the things that I'm struggling with today is the idea that we've been stuck at home, in whatever situation that you're in for such a long time. And I guess it just feels like to me that everything is a bit slowed down. Does that make sense? Like, nothing is really happening and it's happening very, very slowly. So I guess I'm getting in my head a lot about, what am I doing with my life? What am I achieving? Because I've always been told throughout my whole life by my family and my friends, oh, you've got so much potential. What the heck does that mean? Am I not seeing something, or do you guys feel the same? Because when someone says you have so much potential for what? Everyone has potential. When we get taught potential energy, right, in science, in school, they tell you that, the boulder at the top of the hill, of a sloped hill, it's standing still, but it has the potential energy to gain momentum and all of that. So what is that? Now that we're stuck at home, are we on the tip of the hill, or are we just on a plateau? And I know that everyone is trying to do something. I mean, the whole world has gone TikTok crazy. Gary Vee was right. TikTok has now exploded and it's a huge thing. And I just feel like, first of all, I'm behind on the millennial curve. I've reached that age that I'm just I don't know how the kids do it. I don't know. They've all got millions and millions of followers, and I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I guess I'm just old. But that's a story for another day. And I guess it's not, because when I think about my potential and I think about how old I am, I'm just wow, sure. Am I gonna reach my potential? I mean, I'm 30 odd years in, and what is happening? I guess this is something your self-saboteur reminds you of, that you haven't done enough. No matter what you've done, you haven't done enough. And I think that's, it's also part of, society, is that you see all these wonderful human beings kicking ass and taking names, and you're just am I doing enough? What am I doing wrong? I guess that's something that goes through my head so often is, I guess I'm putting myself out there, but is it enough? Is it wrong? Oh man, the questions just fly through my head. Like yesterday, the monkeys in my brain, the monkey thoughts just go nuts. And it just makes me think, I was having this conversation this morning with my one really good friend down in Cape Town, and, he reminded me that, yes, we are now in level 3, which is great. Things are opening up, the world is slowly but surely recovering from this pandemic, but majority of us are still at home, especially those that are working and thriving, well, used to be, in the creative industries. And that's really, really tough, because when you think about, your potential, I've seen so many memes about, what 2020 has brought, and what, the hopes for 2020 and what 2020 has turned out to be. And I guess that's part of it, is that you had all these high hopes, these, potential successes that kind of, went down the drain when all of this happened. So the idea of potential is, it's very much slowed down at the moment. But with that being said, I guess I need to remind myself that, the noise that I make is my individual noise. And that's beautiful, right? The noise that you make is yours. It doesn't belong to anyone else. And yeah, okay, it would be so great for the whole world to say, yes, we validate you, we love you, but that generally doesn't happen. So I guess it reminds me of that lesson that I've spoken about before, that I learned at university from my lecturer, is, as a performer, or as, a creator of any kind, if you touch one person's life in one of your shows, you're doing well. You're doing it right. So I think as far as potential is concerned, maybe the change of attitude, the change of outlook that I need to apply to myself is it's not necessarily about connecting with the masses. Sure, that would be amazing. You know, if I could create some TikTok video that went super duper viral, that would be fantastic. But I think what's important for me, and I think I need to start applying this, is I need to concentrate on, you know, the people that I'm really connecting with, the one or two people in the audience that say, oh my goodness, I dig what you're doing and I see you and I think that's freaking cool. And, you know, like, maybe that's the potential that I'm missing out on, that I need to readjust right now, is that, you know, things have changed. And it's not a bad thing that things change. I mean, you know, it's not comfortable. Let's get real with each other. It's not comfortable at all when things change. And, you know, it kind of hits you for a six. But reevaluating, refocusing, and, you know, recreating your goals is not a setback. It's not taking steps back. It's just taking a few steps sideways, you know, because, like, the thing is about life is that you're always moving forward. There is no going backwards. Even if the thought monkeys, you know, convince you of that, your self-saboteur convinces you that you're going backwards, but that's not possible. Life is far more positive than we give it credit for. We're always moving forward, and every lesson and every conversation that we have drives us forward, drives us to the potential that we're gunning for, that we will achieve in the future. And I think there's something really lovely about that, is that thinking that we will achieve it. We just got to put in the graft. We just got to, you know, keep working and keep taking steps forward, or some steps sideways, but there's no stepping back. You can't step back in life. I mean, sometimes I know we wish we could, but we can't. And let that be a positive. You're always moving forward. And I think that's rad. You're moving forward to that potential life that you want, that you've been working for, that you've been dreaming of. And I think that is super duper cool. So whether you're touching one person's life or whether you're touching 1 million people's lives, you're still moving forward and you still have value. And on that, have a beautiful morning. And if it's evening, have a beautiful evening.